share it on my personal page. Yeah.
All right. Good morning, everybody. We'll let some people filter on in. Seems like it's been a while since we've had 2 days to talk about severe weather in a week.
Yeah. We're I
Seems
want to
like
say
it's been
we're live at 5, but it's not 5, you know.
it's 5:30 Mountain Time.
Okay. That's fair. All right. Shared that on the old share. Let's see, let's turn on our comment section here. Good morning from Columbus. Hello, Don. Good morning. We'll give it another 30 seconds or so and let folks filter in.
Have you had your coffee this morning, Michael?
I have, yes, thankfully. Delaney started middle school today, and the bus for middle school arrives at 6:15.
Jeez, that's early.
Yeah, it's horrible. They have to wake up at 5:15, to get ready. So
That
good
seems
morning.
that seems really early to me. What time do they start?
It's early, 7:30,
Hmm.
I think. Yeah, it's early, man. All right. Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Let's talk about weather this morning. Let's go to the latest radar, at least take a look at what we've got going on this morning. That's not the radar. And we're watching a area of thunderstorms out in Illinois moving east. And it's trying to maintain the confidence on how well it holds together as it gets into Indiana. In my opinion, not though is shaky. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see. I'm not seeing a southerly component to this whatsoever right now. At least in my opinion. I don't know, Brett, if you disagree, but I'm not seeing it move south. It's actually moving northeast.
Yeah, not based off the radar right now. I can pull up just what our mean winds are right now.
Yeah,
I know that as these things outflow, sometimes they have the tendency to go south. Matt was mentioning he's kind of seen maybe an MCV, which I think would also tend to want to pull it further northeast rather than south.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So this,
the mean winds are pretty well west to east, but it does look like maybe there's some kind of an MCV. Just to explain what that is basically like a mini low pressure system. A normal low pressure system, it spans pretty widespread area, like half of a state. An MCV is going to be a couple of counties and allows these little clusters to kind of have more of a spinning motion, not necessarily in terms of like tornadoes or anything like that, but it tends to evolve more like a low pressure system, which, again, I think would favor these to pull a little bit more northeast.
yep, yep, yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, so central Indiana across the I-70 corridor this morning. Um, it looks to get some thunderstorms as if this can maintain and hold its way through here. Current model projections do weaken it as it comes east, but we'll kind of see how this goes. These are very, very tricky little devils to track in the mornings, and so we'll just have to see. I need to turn my computer off
So
here.
you're dinging like crazy.
And all dinged. So let's go real quick to the current outlook. I'm going to turn my lightning tabs off here. The current outlook for today. And show you what we're talking about in terms for the potential for some severe weather. I'll pull this out here and you can see where the area is under risk for severe storms to develop today. This is a slight risk here for severe weather. The primary concern today is going to be damaging winds, really in the same area as the slight risk there that you see. And the thought process here is that additional thunderstorms are going to develop today in western Indiana, just after 2 or 3 o'clock. Our 10Z HRRR is in, Brett, on Clarity, so we can talk about the future radar product. And you can see this is the 8 a.m. projection of the forecast model, and you see what happens is it really kind of tries to die that out relatively quickly in the next 2 hours. So it'd be interesting to see how that evolves. Nonetheless, here going forward with the forecast, I want to take you out to just about 3 o'clock this afternoon, and you can see the thunderstorms starting to develop here just west of Indy. These storms that develop will probably rapidly get organized here by as early as about 4 o'clock. And we'll see kind of a quasi-linear line roll through that will have the potential for damaging winds, lightning, and heavy rain. Okay, I don't think hail or tornadoes is really much of any concern today. But you can see here about 4 o'clock, that's what we're looking at as we continue to go forward. That threat will move east. This is by 6 p.m. tonight. There's 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and then as the sun sets, that will start to die down a little bit. It's still raining pretty good at 9 o'clock tonight in Ohio. The severe weather risk will start to go away as the sun goes down with this cluster of storms. So, Brett, do you have anything to add here?
No, I was just kind of looking around and clicking on some soundings. I definitely agree with you. I think wind is by far going to be the biggest threat. I also think that there's the potential with these because there's not a lot of wind shear or change in wind direction at the surface. That some of these, when they outflow, could certainly have some really strong wind gusts with them, almost like a microburst type of thing. It wouldn't 100% shock me. The winds in the upper levels are pretty strong too, which should help, I think, intensify any potential wind gusts with this. Clicking further south, where maybe it's a little bit hotter, I wouldn't be shocked if maybe there could be some hail more across southern Indiana.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say it's a huge threat because the temperatures aren't dropping rapidly as we rise throughout the atmosphere, but there's a little bit more instability down there. I see a little bit maybe of some threat of hail further south, maybe towards Louisville.
Yeah. So, in fact, that latest model guidance there that I just showed you is not it's not the run that I want. It's not the run I wanted to show. I'm going to share this tab instead. Um, this is the latest guidance here that tries to bring the remnants of that in through central Indiana. That's what I was trying to depict, because it's on radar. It's trying to do that right now. It's trying to bring in this cluster here again. If I go to this tab, this is trying to come through. Does it weaken as it moves east? It's probably, but that's what's trying to happen. Now, this latest run of our data here suggests that the redevelopment right here from Lafayette to Terre Haute, Bloomington, happens right around 3 o'clock today. So this is 3 p.m. Okay, and then it gets over basically Kokomo, Indy, Bloomington, just west of Columbus, there down through the Ohio River Valley. This is at about it's about 4 o'clock to 4:30.
Yeah.
So here's 5. Here's 6 o'clock, and there's 7 p.m. tonight. This run a little bit more organized with its look here of thunderstorm development, and I think that if we draw say 3 o'clock in western Indiana in the eastern portion of the state by 6 o'clock, it's moving west to east here for about 3 hours this evening. An interesting plot here too I wanted to share is the surface wind gusts accumulation map, and you can see where the wind gust focus would be from Kokomo down to the Ohio River Valley of localized severe weather gusts there. So, I think we're gonna get a good round of storms later with some heavy rainfall.
Probably some good lightning with these two. There's definitely plenty of instability, and so school is back in, and so for people that have after school events, practice, and I don't know, any kind of sporting events that are going on, heavy rain, lightning, and dismissal too. I know there were some problems yesterday across southern Indiana when those heavy storms moved through with dismissal, and so probably some issues both with getting kids on or off the buses and potentially after school events, just timing wise across central Indiana and southern Indiana.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Melissa has a question here. She says that Creekside PTO in Franklin is supposed to have back to school pool party tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. Um, I think by 6 p.m. it's east of us, personally. In Franklin, I think by 6 p.m. This threat can be east of the area by that time. I'll show you real quick here a zoomed in view and give you the timing. So there's total rainfall, just for those of you local here that are curious with this. Locally, you're going to have places that could see upwards of 3 inches of rain easily, just with how moisture loaded the atmosphere is, right? But here's the timing again tonight in a zoomed in view. You're in Johnson County area. This is 5 o'clock. All right, it's going to be storming good at 5 o'clock. There's no question about it. By 6 p.m., which is right here, you can see that line is east of Indy, east of Franklin, Johnson County area. So I don't know. I think you're going to be good, personally. So
Yeah, I think timing is just the main key here. When do the storms really start to fire back off?
yeah,
If it happens faster, then you may even be fine by 5:30.
yeah,
If it's a little slower, then it could be a little bit trickier. I think it all is going to depend on how fast that redevelopment is, and ultimately that probably depends on how fast we can get this AM wave kind of out of the way.
yep, absolutely. Hey, Steve Cummings was watching. Hello, Steve. Going through some of the comments here. No microbursts, please. Yeah, we don't want those. Let's see. Are we going to finally get some rain in Central Ohio? Yes, tonight in Central Ohio, you will get good rain. Absolutely. That's a great question. So, Melissa, you are welcome. Deborah, you are welcome. Awesome. Well, we'll keep you guys posted this evening. If you have questions, shoot us a comment here on the thread. We'll get back to you with an answer throughout the day. And look for thunderstorms to develop in western Indiana at 2 or 3 o'clock and move east. Damaging winds, heavy rain, lightning are the main concerns today. So thanks for watching. Share it with a friend. Brett, you have anything else?
I don't have anything else. We'll keep an eye on it.
Concert at 7 at White River. Hopefully it moves fast. I think your concert's going to be good. I wouldn't even worry about it. So